Everyone, Jessica here with JobStream AI, and of course I'm with my co-founder and business partner Adonis McReynolds. And today we have a hot button topic. We're going to be talking about AI and our favorite AI tools, specifically for job seekers, and how these tools can help you get your jobs faster and easier, and some of the tools that we use in JobStream AI as well. So we're excited to get into it. If you'd like to start with your favorite ones, Adonis, take it away.
Sure. Yeah. To be clear, all of the AI that we're going to discuss is going to be very prevalent for you in your job search. Or if you're a consultant, it could be very good for you in terms of finding clients. AI is unavoidable. You got to learn how to use it. One thing I'll say before I even launch into talking about AI products is that if you're scared of AI, it's time to become unscared. We're living in a world where if you're afraid to use it or you're just hesitant to move into that territory, you got to overcome that fear because it's going to be your undoing if you don't get over it. So without further ado, I'll launch into the first technology that I think can really help you with your job search, and that is PDF Filler, which is a app that helps you with filling out PDFs, helps you with editing PDFs, and actually creating presentations via PDFs and slides. There are other variables of this AI. One of them is Beautiful AI. The other one is Typeset. There's a number of these different types of AIs that can help you with adjusting and editing documents, but you're definitely going to want to get familiar with them because when you're editing your resume or you want to do things on the fly, such as like sign contracts, or you want to create a little PDF presentation that kind of lays out exactly what you're bringing to the table as a job seeker or even as a consultant, these will be very, very helpful tools for helping you outline things, helping you beautify things, make it look a little bit better than what you might be able to do on your own. And yeah, can't think of a better tool for document adjustments, presentation, and marketing ease and simplicity.
Exactly. And on that note, another one that I love to talk about is Canva. So Canva is a fully AI. It's like a software as well, but they do have a really good AI component. And just like Adana said, if you're looking to do a presentation, to bring to an interview, to post on your LinkedIn, then Canva has an AI builder that can do automatic presentations. So you can just type in your keywords, what you want it to be about, and it'll automatically like give you 7, 8 slides. So it's just really easy, really fast, and it does add like a level of expertise to what you're doing. So imagine like coming so prepared to an interview, how that could change the game. Like, oh yeah, I'm here to interview. Look at my PowerPoint presentation that I made for you. Or like, oh, let me refer to these slides. Or after the interview's over, like, oh, I'm just going to send a copy of this presentation I made to you. It can really help you stand out. And Canva is super user friendly. It's completely free. I mean, they do have a paid version that I use, but you could use it for free. And the AI part, I think, is still part of the free. So that's one that I really like for presentations, and that would help you, kind of go in conjunction with the PDF filler, and then you can bring it to Canva as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, my advice when it comes to AI is, certainly you can always get the unpaid versions of things and make some things work in that regard. But some of the best AI tools do require a little bit of money invested into them so you can really unlock the full features and benefits of the tool. So don't be cheap when it comes to this. This is your job search. This is something you're going to need in terms of helping you to advance. And by the way, every AI tool that you learn, you can put on your resume as, a skill that you've learned or a technology that you've learned. So keep that in mind. It makes you more valuable the more AI tools that you pay for and learn. The second AI tool that I wanted to bring to your attention is one called Teal. Some of you guys may be aware of it. It's an incredible tool for adjusting and kind of reorganizing and reshifting your resume to fit job descriptions out there in the market. Now, does this tool by itself work all the time to get interviews? No, no tool by itself in isolation, except for maybe one used strategically that we'll talk about later, really works in terms of bringing in all the interest for interviews. But it's certainly a helpful tool when it comes to you see something online that you really like, but you want to make sure that your resume is kind of organized for the reader to be able to see that your experience matches up well. Teal automatically syncs your resume with those particular job descriptions that are out there in the market, and it takes it and is able to transform it. And it doesn't change or alter the words. The content doesn't change. What changes is the way that the content is organized on the page, and even at times what content remains. Sometimes they will remove certain content that's not necessary for the position at hand, which is very convenient because, the less people have to read, the better. So if there's stuff on your resume that doesn't pertain to the role, Teal automatically removes it, and it's like magic. So definitely something worth looking into, especially if you're on kind of like a manual tear of just trying to apply to 20 to 30 to 40, 50 companies each week.
Yeah, and I believe that he will also like highlight those words that are just like filler words, like when it says like, oh, team leader, like active in blah blah. But like when it comes to a resume, people care more about results than they do about just like adjectives. So instead of saying like, oh, I'm a team leader or I am like great at being efficient, like it'll highlight those things and be like, okay, this is just a word, like a buzzword, and it'll tell you like what to do instead. Like, oh, instead of saying I'm a team leader, you could be like, led a team of 15 people in a way that cut down the time that we did this thing by 5%. Like those types of things where you can have real numbers is really important on your CV, and Teal will highlight that and really help you with that too. So just to point that out, why it's a really good tool. And then also on that note, so obviously we know everyone knows ChatGPT, but I do want to cover a few reasons how you can use ChatGPT specifically for your job search. So one of them is you can take the job description, copy and paste it into ChatGPT, and say like, what are the most important points of this job description? What are the keywords that I need to be putting on my CV? And then get the information from ChatGPT, go into Teal, see what Teal says, and then you can just kind of cross-reference to make sure that it's like 100% perfect. So it's like, okay, ChatGPT told me that the job really is looking for X, Y, Z, and then Teal told me to put X, Y, Z in this format, and then it could just really be like a holistic approach for that. So that's something that I like doing with ChatGPT. Another great way to use ChatGPT is to help you obviously write your cover letters and stuff, but practicing interview questions. So you can tell ChatGPT, like, I have an interview with, I'm in an interview to be a VP of sales in a company that sells paper products, let's just say from the office. and like, what type of questions do you think the interviewer is going to ask you? And then it'll give you a list so you can start coming up with answers in your head. And then on top of that, you can also tell ChatGPT, like, what are the best answers for these common questions? So, like, what are the best answers for my strengths and weaknesses? And I'm not saying to lie and just regurgitate exactly what ChatGPT said, but it's just to get you like inspiration, just so you have some notes. So that way when, the common interview questions do arrive, you're not going to be like, oh, I didn't think about that. Or, oh, I don't know, you're going to have like already some little notes in your head that ChatGPT could really help you with. So that's a really fun way to use ChatGPT. And then also you can add some plugins on ChatGPT that will help you scrape the internet and find good jobs. So those are just some cool ways to use ChatGPT that you might not be thinking of when it comes specifically to your job search.
Yeah, very good tips. I mean, I'm not somebody who's like a ChatGPT geek. Certainly, I've used it, but definitely lots of room for growth, even for myself with that particular tool. So great tips on that, Jess. The third tool that I wanted to bring to attention is really good for consulting. If you're looking to build connections on LinkedIn, and you probably do because as a consultant or knowledge worker, there's so many great contacts to make on LinkedIn. There's an automated tool called Skylead. Skylead includes an email setting where you can basically do email automation from it and also do LinkedIn automation on it. It tracks metrics so that way you can see who's responding, who's connecting, and at what rate. It keeps all of your messages inside of this tab that you can click into and check all the messages from people that you've done outreach with. It can automate your follow-up, which is so key because when you reach out to somebody for the first time talking about, hey, I want to connect, talking about, hey, I'd love to schedule an interview for a certain role you're hiring for, you don't want them to forget about you. It's nice to have 4 or 5 different messages preloaded into a template. And again, it's nothing that makes you inauthentic by any means. All of these messages are naturally drafted. But essentially what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build campaigns so that way every single person that you're reaching out to doesn't fall through the cracks and you're able to follow up with each and every one of them and be consistent. This is the key to winning clients in today's day and age is to be consistent with your messaging, to create good messaging and put it into an automated sequence that's capable of carrying you the distance. If you're ever looking for help on how to build a really awesome campaign in the system, JobStream AI is essentially built for that. We can definitely help you with brainstorming your messaging ideas and testing out some different proven strategies in terms of the writing that will get you some leads and get someone reaching out to you regarding interviews or, even a job opportunity, right? For consultants, a new client, right? So that's very important stuff. I've scored some of the greatest deals I've ever had on LinkedIn and using automation.
Absolutely. I built my whole entire business before JobStream AI and then with JobStream AI using automation and LinkedIn DM campaigns. And so that brings me to my final AI tool that I like to use, which is called Claude.ai. And it's kind of similar to ChatGPT, but it's really about writing. So what Claude does is it's really good at putting your tone of voice and your style. And this could be really useful for your messaging campaigns. Like you could go on ChatGPT and you could say like, oh, I need a 3 or 4 sequence message campaign for XYZ. I want to target these people. Like this is the type of consultancy I run. This is my target market. Please help me write a sequence. And then you take that messaging sequence, you go into Claude, and you say to Claude, this is my tone of voice. This is how I like to sound. I want to sound casual but professional. I want to sound witty but intelligent. Whatever it is that is yours. You could also copy and paste some of your original work into Claude and be like, this is my tone of voice. This is my style. Please edit this sequence to sound exactly like me. And it really does help and it really does spit out some really good stuff. And then on top of that, you should be also creating content regardless. Like a lot of people think content creation is only for business owners and people that want to attract clients. And it is really important if you are a business owner and you want to start your own consultancy. But it is actually a leg up if you're just trying to find the 9 to 5. Because if you're posting at least once a week on your LinkedIn and maybe your Facebook and maybe even your Instagram, it just helps you attract recruiters. It helps position you as an authority and an expert in your field, and it does populate your profile with relevant keywords that recruiters will see when they're trying to find you. So it does really, really help. And Close can be used for that as well. You could say like, okay, I need 1 post a week for the next 6 months about XYZ topic. Like let's say, oh, I want to be a software engineer. Please talk about whatever relevant things are to software engineering, like this program that with that JavaScript, HTML, whatever, and then you can use Quote to just make it really sound like you, so it's not just going to sound like something copy and pasted off of ChatGPT. So those are the ways I like to use it for DM campaigns, for creating content, for just sounding more human, and just getting a lot of bulk content. Like you could do 6 months worth of content in a few hours with these AIs.
Well said. So yeah, all these AIs can be very beneficial, whether you're a consultant looking for new clients or whether you're a job seeker seeking your next role. Consider, very, very carefully like which AIs you want to use. You can use them all or you can use just a couple. You don't always have to get the whole full suite of different things that AI presents. But whatever you feel like you might need help with, for sure, just go ahead and look at that. And most likely, you're probably not going to spend more than $100 a month on whatever AI tool that we've recommended. Generally speaking, that's around the price of what it would cost to unlock the features involved with some of these tools and give you some significant help there. There is one more tool that Jess and I have not revealed. It is our secret weapon. It has the ability to basically give you the hidden data that's in the job market, uncovering some opportunities that nobody else is going to have access to except for those people who use the same tool. It has the ability to actually identify when there are new similar types of jobs in the market as what you've been searching for and add them to an automatic application campaign. It has the ability to sequence and follow up with every single person who's potentially going to be hiring for someone like you. And that includes if you're a consultant. It is through and through the most complete and most awesome AI application for your consulting practice or for your job search. And in order to get more information on that particular weapon, definitely book a call with us at jobstreamai.com. On the contact bar, it says book a call, and you'll be able to schedule a call with us and learn more about that particular AI. It's not more expensive than any of the other tools that we've mentioned. It's incredibly affordable and potent and powerful. So with all that said, we wish you guys all the best. And if for any more information that you need, you know where to find us.
Absolutely, jobstreamai.com. See you guys in the next video.